What's up, everybody? Week 7 in the NFL. The Eagles still undefeated on their bye week. Yes, I got the old Randall Cunningham jersey on today. First up on my list, Detroit 1-4, plus 6.5 at Dallas, who's 4-2. They're 6.5-point home favorites. The over/under on this one is 49. The overs covered in 8 of the last 9 meetings and 5-1 in Dallas. Road teams 5-1 against spread their last 6 versus each other. Lions are 10-4 against spread their last 14 overall. Detroit's 0-6 against, or straight up, their last 6 road games, or against spread, Cowboys are 4-2 last 6 overall. DeAndre Swift's back. Dallas's D ranks 17th against the run. That's their run D. Prescott returns for the Cowboys. How good is his grip and finger going to be? And it's not so much his finger and grip that I'm concerned about. It's the follow-through, hitting a helmet again, or what's going to happen with his finger. Dallas definitely the better team. Am I a little bit concerned about Prescott? Yes. Do I think Cooper Rush could come in and do the job? Well, he's proven that over his 5 starts, 4-1 or whatever he was, or 4-2, I guess, 4-1. I don't know how you want to count that first game when Prescott got injured anyways. Jared Goff, he's 3-1 all-time versus Dak Prescott. Lions are 0-10-1 straight up on the road under Dan Campbell. Dallas win, Detroit cover. I think Dallas is the better team, but I think Amon-Ra St. Brown and DeAndre Swift, I think that's going to give the Lions offense a real boost, and they will keep this game close and scare a lot of Cowboys fans or people with money on the Cowboys on the money line in this game. I think Dallas wins something like 31-28. I think both these teams can put points on the board regardless of how good Dallas's defense is. I also like DeAndre Swift for an anytime TD in this. Amon-Ra St. Brown over 66.5 receiving yards. Tony Pollard over 33.5 rushing receiving yards combined. 53.5, receiving rushing yards combined. I'm also going to look at Ezekiel Elliott's number. I haven't had a big chance to look at a lot of the prop bets yet so far. Next up, Green Bay. Minus 4.5-point favorites on the road to face Washington. Over under 41.5. And this one, overs 4-1 in Washington versus Green Bay. Home teams 5-2-1 against spread their last 8 between each other. Packers are 2-6 against spread their last 8 overall. Green Bay is 8-3 straight up their last 11 versus Washington. Commanders are 1-4 against spread their last 5 overall. Taylor Heineke, he starts at QB. Carson Wentz, he is getting whatever happened to his hand or wrist or whatever it is. Anyways, good way to get out of giving up a first-round pick or have a second round or whatever that pick increases to in that trade deal. Washington's defense can get to the QB. Green Bay's defense can get to the QB too. I don't know what's going to happen in this game. This game scares me. I won't be betting on it, but I'm going to say Green Bay wins 24-17, 20-10, something like that. I don't see a lot of points in this game. I don't see a lot of reason to support either team in this game, so I'm going to stay away from it, but I would pick Green Bay to win and cover if I had to make a choice. Next up, Indy, plus 2.5 at Tennessee to face the Titans, who are 2.5-point home favorites. Over-under set at 41.5 on this one. Colts are 0-4 against spread their last 4 versus Titans. Road team 7-1 against spread their last 8 meetings. Favorites 14-6 against spread their last 20. Colts are 7-3 against spread in Tennessee. Total's gone under in 10 of 11 last 11 Colts games. Colts are 1-5 against spread their last 6 versus Tennessee. Tennessee is 13-6 straight up their last 19 overall, and the Titans are 5-2 against spread versus the AFC South. Colts lost 24-17 to the Titans 3 weeks ago. They couldn't stop Derrick Henry then. I don't think they can stop him now. Colts had one good game versus Jags, who I don't think are a very good team, so that shows me nothing really. I like Tennessee to win this 28-24, 31-24. 31-27, something like that. Derrick Henry to get a TD and go over his rushing receiving yards, which I believe is 106.5 or 108.5. Both QBs to throw an interception in this game, I might put a little sprinkle on as well. Next up, the most mind-boggling game to me on the schedule. Well, just because of where the spread is. Jacksonville really that public a team where Vegas is going to put them as fucking 3-point favorites at 2-4 record over the 5-1 New York Giants? Why? Why? I don't care that the run defense has played well so far, but why has it played well so far? Who have they faced? How often have they tried to run? What running backs do they have? How often were they passing? Were they behind in the game? Like, really, like, why is this number put where it is? Giants are 0-4 against spread versus the Jags, but 5-1 straight up and against spread on the year overall. New York is 2-7 straight up at their last 9 on the road. Jags are 3-11 against spread their last 14 overall. Jacksonville's 3-12 straight up their last 15 overall, yet they're favored over the Giants. Jags are 0-8 against spread versus the NFC. Giants only have a plus 14 point differential. That could be a big reason for the number, and are the only team without a 200-yard receiver. Okay, well, there's cause for concern there. Jags are 2-10 straight up and against spread their last 12 games as a favorite. I just don't understand this number. The Giants have proven to be resilient and win games. I'm going to be hammering this game with the Giants on the spread probably. Well, not hammering it, but I do like this game a lot. It's one of my favorite games of the week. Might be just outside my top 2 or 3, but it will be in my top 5 for sure. Giants, I think, win and cover this game like 21-14, 21-10, something like that. Barkley over 78.5 rushing yards. I'll probably play Barkley to get an anytime TD. And this is another game where I might look for a turnover by each of the quarterbacks, an interception thrown by both quarterbacks in this one or something like that as well. Like I said, I haven't looked at the props too deeply yet. I will be doing that later today, tonight, or tomorrow morning before the games. Tampa Bay. Minus 13 at Carolina Panthers. They got rid of McCaffrey to the 49ers on Thursday, I think it was. They got rid of wide receivers. They're just gutting this team, except for maybe a handful of rookies or first, second year players. Over under 39.5 in this one. I don't know how this game gets 39.5 unless the Colts score 37. But anyways, favorite is 5-0 against spread their last 5 meetings. Bucks are 4-0 against spread and 5-1 against spread in Carolina versus Carolina and 5-1 in Carolina. Road teams 11-5 against spread their last 19 meetings. Bucks are 1-5 against spread their last 6 overall. Panthers are 1-12 against spread their last 13 overall and straight up 1-13 or 1-12 their last 13 as well. Tampa Bay is 6-1 straight up in Carolina. Panthers, they're just tearing everything down. That they're getting rid of everybody. The team's a mess. It was a mess before the trades. I don't see where they're scoring points. I think the Bucks win this one. As bad as they've looked, they're at least getting some health back, some healthy receivers back for Tom Brady. Hopefully they fix their O-line issues, because if you don't fix your O-line issues, I don't give a fuck who your quarterback is. You're not going to have very successful offense without a good or decent O-line. I still think Tampa Bay wins this one 24-3. I don't think it's close. I haven't looked at any prop bets in this game. I'm not going to play this game. That number scares me. Minus 13, even though I think the Bucks are going to blow them out. You never know what a team going through this is going to play like, especially if they run a bunch of their younger kids out there who are fighting for careers right now. Cleveland, plus 6.5 at Baltimore, minus 6.5 point home favorites, over under 45.5. Favorites 4-1 against spread the last 5 meetings. Browns are 0-5 against spread their last 5 versus Baltimore, and 1-4 straight up their last 5 versus the Ravens. Unders 8-3 the last 11 times, the last 11 games in Baltimore, Browns are 1-5 last 6 overall on the road. Ravens are 12-2 straight up their last 14 at home versus Cleveland. Browns losing Ricard Wyatt Teller. That's going to be huge and will affect their run game, even though I don't think it's going to totally shut down their run game because their running backs are way too good to be shut out. But that will hurt them a lot and in pass protection as well. Browns run D isn't very good. Ravens will be running the ball, even though they don't have J.K. Dobbins, who is out again. They've sort of gotten used to playing without him because he's been hurt so much recently. I like Ravens 35-17. I think they run away. I don't think this game gets away from them. Their only losses have been by blowing double-digit leads, 3 times already this season. Just fucking unheard of. I don't think that the Browns aren't any threat to come back on them.